guys, Ace said, coming to you guys another video. Today we're going to be talking about the top decks I usually see in my Master Duel ranks, or my rank matches in general. This doesn't mean that these decks are the top meta, that's what I say, but if you're enjoying Master Duel and if you're thinking about playing rank matches after competing into like a good deck that you kind of like made up and everything, you're going to see these decks in some way or form. You might not see them every match, but you're definitely going to see them at least once or twice. I don't know the mechanics of them, like my heart to see what they specifically do and how like they work and everything, but I kind of want to go over a list of what you'll be seeing and be prepared to play as you're climbing into the ranks. And you'll probably see like a meta change during the next season, but until this season alone right now, you're going to be seeing these top 10 decks. So without further ado, let's get started. First deck I'm going to bring up, hope the glare of my glasses ain't too loud. The first deck I'm going to bring up is Eldritch. Probably saying it wrong. I don't care. I hate this deck. This man is the golden boy of Yugioh right now. I mean, you only need to actually just play the one monster, and the rest of your deck can just be support for him and this regular minor traps or something that you basically negates something to your opponent. You're going to see it so much because the deck really contains only ultra rare, and the only ultra rare monster is Eldritch. So if you wanted to dismantle some stuff and, you know, kind of make this deck as your own, it's really good. I would say it's kind of budget friendly when it comes to your crafting points. So if you wanted to pick it up and see it, good. I don't like the deck because it's just so cheese half the time, but you're definitely going to see it almost in every other matchup. So be looking out for the Eldritch deck. My number 2 choice that I see a lot is Dragon Maids. You might not see this one as used, but Dragon Maids are really solid. Dragon Maids have a really good fusion mechanic that the fusion monsters have really good negate effects, and they recycle themselves pretty damn good when it comes to actually being destroyed and stuff. Even if you banish them or try to like pop off their effects, so they can easily negate, and especially some more Dragon Maids. The deck itself is really solid when it comes to just building up beefy monsters on the field. And I don't know too much about like the rarities of some of the Dragon Maid cards. I assume some of the powerful ones are ultra rares. But if you're into climbing up the ranks, you're definitely going to be seeing this deck. So be sure to try to bring something that can beat out beefy monsters, or even negate effects, or even try to stop fusion summons. That's what I would say. Number 3 on the list is Skystrikers. They basically have a lot of cards that can pop off graveyard effects if you have a different number of Skystriker spell cards in the graveyard. They're a heavy link summoning deck, so if you don't like link summoning, I wouldn't say it, but Skystrikers are easy to come out with. The ultra rare, I believe, is just one of their Skystrikers, and I think it's limited, so you gotta be looking out for that. This deck is really easy to pull off. It can recycle resources like crazy, and the spell cards are really strong. Not only can they be used as Skystriker deck themselves, they can be splashed into any other deck, so be looking out for that if you want to actually look up the archetype and just see what their spell cards can do. I would say definitely check that out. Number 4, I usually see, I don't see as much, my friend does though, it's Prank Kids. Prank Kids is really cool. They're like a fusion / link summoning type deck where they can instantly special summon themselves so crazy on the field and swarming. And the fusion and link summoning monsters have some really cool effects. It's a really cool boss monster to take. And honestly, the artwork of them is pretty cool. Each of them have like a different elemental type thing going around, and they remind you a little bit of like the Ojamas, is how they present themselves. But Prank Kids are solid. If you're thinking about building up Prank Kids, the rarities are probably not that high for them. Like maybe some more rares and super rares. But when it comes to ultra rares, I know they got the fusion monster. Number 5, I would say, is Blue Eyes White Dragon. Blue Eyes White Dragon has a variety of different decks though, because you can either have a Blue Eyes Chaos Max build, you can have a pure Blue Eyes build with like the fusions and everything. You can have Blue Eyes splash into different type of like archetypes that are like Dragon Links and stuff like that. So Blue Eyes themselves are a really solid card type to start out with if you're trying to climb. Though a lot of decks can beat it out if you manage to get past the targeting effects. It cannot be destroyed effects, or you can set something like just sending cards to the graveyard or something. That's what they struggle with, and they don't get to recycle themselves as much because of this big beefy boss monsters that you just throw on the field. But besides that, Blue Eyes is a powerhouse. You can out overpower your opponent and, you know, get past a lot of their defensive options. You can climb pretty high in the deck, pretty high into the range, and you're going to be seeing a lot since this is a deck that doesn't consist of too much like crazy stuff, but just big boss monsters and the rarities of them are some ultras, but like the normal C's and the rares and stuff like that are really not that hard to come by. And deck itself is solid. And overall, they're just solid to climb with. If you're thinking about picking up one of these decks, be sure to let me know. I'll be looking at you as someone to not duel if I have to. But yeah, that's pretty much it for my list. Hope you guys enjoy. Looking out for more content on Master Duel on my channel and more deck lists and stuff like that. As I'm trying to post more frequently to this, as I'm really liking the game so far. And that's pretty much it. Be sure to look out for my next video. Ace out.